Brace yourselves for a Liga Portugal blockbuster. Sporting CP welcomes Moreirense, with both sides remarkably tied on 12 points. Sporting's domestic record is phenomenal. They've been nearly invincible, avoiding defeat in 25 of their last 26 league games. At home against Moreirense, they boast an unbroken 9-game winning streak. But Moreirense is also flying high, triumphing in 5 of their last 6 league outings. This isn't merely a match, it's a high-stakes clash for momentum. Will Sporting's iron grip at home prevail, or are we on the cusp of a shock upset? Let's unlock the critical factors. A tactical chess match is brewing. Sporting CP will likely use a 4-2-3-1, aiming for central attacks and possession. Moreirense counters with an expansive 4-3-3, designed for wide incursions. Sporting's attack is a veritable goal factory, yet here's the catch: they show a glaring weakness against long-range efforts. Conversely, Moreirense thrives on clinical finishing and wing play, but their Achilles heel is fragility in aerial duels and vulnerability down the flanks. This tactical disparity creates fascinating betting angles. Expect Sporting to relentlessly probe Moreirense's wings, a likely route to an advantage for the home side. The injury wart offers a revealing glimpse. Moreirense is reeling from several key absences, 3 players sidelined, including crucial midfield anchors. Their last game goalscorer, Diogo Travassos, is also frustratingly ineligible, decimating their midfield and wing depth. This is a critical factor for individual player props. Watch Alanzinho though, he's in red-hot form. Sporting CP, while not entirely unscathed with a few players out and a couple doubtful, appears far more resilient. Their deep roster means talent is ready to seamlessly step in. This disparity in squad depth strongly favors Sporting, suggesting a more cohesive and threatening lineup. A quick glance at the league table reveals an intriguing paradox. Both teams find themselves locked on 12 points. But delve deeper, and Sporting CP's true dominance emerges, especially with their vastly superior goal difference. They are an attacking behemoth, consistently netting 3 goals per game, unleashing a barrage of shots, and winning a plethora of corners, a valuable insight for corners markets. Their stranglehold on possession is almost absolute. Moreirense, by stark contrast, struggles to find the net, particularly on the road, where their scoring output is minimal. Here's a betting pattern to note: Moreirense consistently accrues more yellow cards. All signs point to Sporting controlling the tempo, relentless in their attack, and potentially exploiting Moreirense's card-prone nature. Sporting CP's recent trajectory is nothing short of sensational. They've secured victory in 5 of their last 6 matches across all competitions. Their sole recent setback was a razor-thin defeat against arch-rivals FC Porto. We've witnessed explosive attacking power, with a 6-goal haul against Aruca and 4 against Kairat. But here's a fascinating trend for bettors: their resilience is truly remarkable. They've mounted successful comebacks to win 2 league matches recently, proving they simply refuse to surrender. They can dictate the first half, but also possess the steel to recover if an early goal slips past them. This points to strong value on Sporting scoring multiple goals, fighting until the very final whistle. Moreirense also arrives with a spring in their step, having triumphed in 4 of their last 5 matches. Their only recent defeat came away from home against Gil Vicente, a significant detail. And here's a consistent pattern for those eyeing halftime markets: Moreirense frequently settles for a stalemate in the first 45 minutes. In 4 of their last 5 outings, the first half concluded without a clear leader. While they often find a gear change in the second half, especially at home, their away performances reveal a pronounced struggle to find the back of the net. If Sporting can breach their defense early, Moreirense could face an uphill battle. Don't anticipate a lightning-fast start from the visitors. These general statistics truly underscore a glaring offensive disparity. Sporting CP boasts a colossal average of over 3 goals per match, while remarkably conceding less than 1. Their home attack is an absolute juggernaut, averaging almost 4 goals per game. Moreirense, in stark contrast, manages a mere 1.5 goals per game. Their away scoring record is particularly alarming, with only a solitary goal netted in recent away matches, a pattern begging for attention in the both teams to score market. While both teams concede around a similar amount, Moreirense's away defense appears subtly weaker. Moreirense has held their own, but their road struggles could be the decisive factor, with Sporting poised to dominate the scoring charts. The head-to-head record against Moreirense paints an incredibly clear, almost prophetic, picture. Sporting CP has been utterly dominant, seizing victory in 5 of their last 6 encounters. Moreirense's lone triumph came on their home turf, surprisingly with a halftime lead. A powerful trend for early markets, Sporting frequently explodes into action, finding the net in the first half in the majority of their victories. And for defensive bets, they possess an impressive habit of keeping a clean sheet in the first 45 minutes when hosting Moreirense. Sporting consistently averages 2 goals per game in these clashes, while Moreirense struggles with a mere half a goal. This historical data overwhelmingly supports Sporting's continued superiority, especially their ability to score early and maintain defensive solidity. Delving deeper into head-to-head goals reveals even more astonishing insights. Sporting CP has found the net a staggering 12 times against Moreirense in recent meetings. Here's a critical statistic: when playing at home, Sporting has conceded only a single goal in total. And prepare for this, they have never, not once, conceded a first-half goal at home in these clashes. That's a monumental pattern for halftime scorelines. Moreirense, conversely, struggles immensely, netting just 3 goals against Sporting in total. They have never scored a first-half goal when playing away at Sporting. This strongly suggests a truly barren outing for Moreirense's attack and an utterly dominant defensive performance from Sporting, especially in the first half. Let's elevate our analysis, quite literally, to height comparison. Sporting CP commands a clear physical advantage across nearly all outfield positions. Their defenders stand noticeably taller than Moreirense, and their forwards boast a significant height differential, towering by roughly 8 centimeters. While Moreirense's goalkeeper has a slight edge, Sporting's collective height could be a monumental factor. This difference, especially in both defensive and attacking thirds, could grant Sporting a decisive edge in aerial duels and set-piece situations, a market to keep a close eye on. Given our earlier discovery of both teams having some aerial weaknesses, Sporting's superior physical presence could prove absolutely crucial. Shifting gears to player ages, we uncover a subtle but potentially impactful dynamic. Moreirense fields a slightly more mature defensive line and a significantly seasoned goalkeeper, a veteran at 34 years of age. Interestingly, their midfield skews quite young, creating a contrast. Sporting, by juxtaposition, boasts a younger backline and a sprightlier goalkeeper, closer to 28. Their midfielders are comparable in age. This divergence could gift Sporting greater pace and agility across their defensive third, vital against quick counterattacks. Moreirense's experienced goalkeeper might face an intense barrage from Sporting's youthful, dynamic attack, hinting at a busy afternoon for him. Now, let's turn to the player ratings, a fascinating barometer of individual quality. Intriguingly, Moreirense's defenders and goalkeeper are rated marginally higher than Sporting's, suggesting a potentially robust defensive spine. However, the script flips dramatically in the attacking third. Sporting's forwards, and particularly their midfielders, are rated significantly higher. Their midfield boasts a formidable 4.0 advantage, indicating a gulf in creative and destructive prowess. This sets the stage for a classic confrontation: Moreirense's sturdy defensive wall versus Sporting's highly rated, dynamic attack and midfield engine. Sporting's creative heart and clinical goal scorers appear to hold a clear, decisive advantage, likely to breach even a solid defensive unit. Now, for the maestros on the pitch, who are the key players to watch, and perhaps back in individual markets. For Moreirense, Guilherme Chetin is their undisputed marksman, with 4 goals. Denis Pinto is their creative heartbeat, leading in assists and Man of the Match awards. Vasco Souza provides key passes, and Marcelo offers crucial aerial strength defensively. On Sporting CP's side, the spotlight unequivocally falls on Pote, their veritable superstar. He leads the team in goals, assists, and key passes, with multiple man-of-the-match performances. Giovanni Quenda also contributes significantly with assists. Morten Jolmand is crucial in midfield, winning aerial duels and executing tactical fouls. Pote will undoubtedly be the primary architect of Sporting's attack. Now, for the flip side, players with a propensity for negative statistics, crucial for card markets. For Moreirense, several defenders, Marcelo, Kiko, and Alvaro Martinez, are frequent offenders, often committing fouls and receiving yellow cards. Dinis Pinto also finds himself on 2 cautions, and Benny is notably susceptible to being dribbled past, a clear defensive vulnerability. For Sporting CP, Fotis Ioannidis commits a high volume of fouls. And here's a surprise, even star player Pote has accumulated 2 yellow cards and is often bypassed by dribblers. Goncalo Inacio also carries 2 yellows. Considering Moreirense's overall higher card count and aggressive style, expect a fiery encounter with a real possibility of numerous cautions, particularly for the visiting side. Delving into seasonal goal timings unearths intriguing trends, particularly for goal interval betting. Sporting CP often starts slowly in attack, not scoring in the opening 20 minutes this season. However, ironically, they do tend to concede goals within that initial window. Their attack truly ignites in the second half, especially between the 60th and 80th minutes, their most prolific period. Moreirense can occasionally snatch an early goal, but their strongest attacking phase is just before halftime, from the 40th to 50th minutes. Crucially, they also concede heavily in that same pre-halftime window and in the dying stages of matches. This unique timing pattern suggests a potentially cagey first half, but anticipates a dramatic second-half surge, overwhelmingly likely from Sporting's prolific attack, hinting at late goal action. Finally, let's scrutinize the crucial over-under goal statistics, key for total goals markets. Sporting CP's matches are undeniably high-scoring extravaganzas. A staggering 80% of their games this season have witnessed over 2.5 goals. They frequently push past the 3.5 goal mark, underscoring their relentless attacking prowess. Moreirense matches, conversely, are typically far tighter, lower-scoring affairs. Only 40% of their games cross the 2.5 goal threshold. Intriguingly, they have never seen a match hit over 4.5 goals. So, while Sporting brings explosive scoring potential, Moreirense tends to clamp down. This compelling contrast suggests that if the floodgates open, it will overwhelmingly be Sporting providing the goals. This makes over 2.5 goals a very strong possibility for the entire match, driven by Sporting's firepower.